Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah. Marvelous. Sportholes Radio. Sports Show. Shout out to Chuck, AJ, Smoke, Steve. Let's get into it. Yeah. Like to welcome y'all to Sportholes and Sports Radio. Introducing your hosts, Chuck, AJ, and Smoke. When they hear the latest news on every sport play review, grab a seat, kick your feet, this is a good day to view. They cover all topics from football to basketball. Numbers don't lie, and every show they got the stats for y'all. They gon' give you the real, no sugarcoating. Anything you wanna hear, they keep the discussion open. It's Sportholes Radio. This is an amazing show. Sports Center with realness and edge. This the way to go. We gon' keep it booming. The best show, I'm assuming. It's time for Sportholes, Sports Radio. Tune in.
What up, world? Yeah, Sportholes Radio, we back. In effect, episode 2 is a Ball Dynasty to come. We've heard LeVar Ball and a big story about him and his sons all throughout the week. We're going to discuss that coming up. But, of course, I got to bring the guys in so we could talk that talk. Fat Man, what's good with you?
What's really hood? I'm in the building.
Yes, sir.
We got to talk that talk, like you say. Get into the LeVar Ball thing. A few other things I got to get off my chest. We're going to get into free agency, the debacle of the Redskins, what seemed to be the debacle of the Redskins, the fake MVP run with Russell Westbrook, and Zeke. You know, he can't keep his hands to himself, so we can get into all of that.
Yeah, you know how we do over here. So let's Chuck, he finally on the line, so we're gonna bring him in too. Chuck Diesel, what's poppin'?
What up? Chuck Johnson in the house. Stat Man on deck. What up?
Yeah, so we back. So what's good with you, Chuck, man?
I'm good, fellas. Just ready to get into the conversation we gonna have for the night.
You ain't let them brackets stress you out this week, did you?
Nah, it over with. My first 3 selections look like they lost.
Hey, I told you, St. Mary's is gonna do it, man.
The first 3 selections I made from the other night, it looked like they all. I picked Wake Forest, they lost. I picked New Orleans. I thought the Hot Boys was gonna step up. Nah,
I did take New Orleans, but I did also. I took Wake Forest too. So shit.
Yep. Yeah. They had those same picks except for one, I think.
Yeah. I think Providence and UC Davis was the other two. I don't know the scores of that.
Yeah, I ain't pick UC Davis either. I went with North Carolina Central.
I took UC Davis. But I told you I ain't know shit about none of them except Notre Dame and Wake Forest. But
yeah,
the
real deal starts tomorrow. So that's what we'll see. Those first picks, those don't really count. But
basketball all
it would have been nice
day
to get them right
tomorrow.
Yeah, nice for you. All right.
That's our job.
Well,
we gotta do it.
Well, you know what I'm saying. As y'all heard already, you heard Fat Man gave y'all the rundown so eloquently when he came in. So, first things up, man. We got your man Zeke on it, Zeke Elliott on deck. So this past Saturday at a St. Patrick's Day parade, I mean, as we all have seen, your man wants to grab a young lady's breast and expose it. Now, it seemed like it was all in fun, but, it's an impression of him already. He's had other incidents, from Ohio State that's still being investigated by the NFL. And, you know, it kind of could give a bad vibe, you know what I mean? So, like, what precedence you think that's setting for Zeke Elliott? Is this the road to trouble for him, or is it just like him having fun, him partying hard, like a cowboy?
It's a little bit of both, but you know teams have a culture, and the Cowboys' culture is play hard and party harder. But the thing with that is the girl did consent. She did. We got to use the legal term on this one. She did consent. She did flash the crowd prior to him grabbing her and doing the same thing. But the problem comes here is you got to save him from himself. The problem is, like you said, he got a domestic abuse allegations. We're not going to say charge. He got a domestic abuse allegation in Ohio. Excuse me. Now, Ohio has dropped that. Ohio dropped that as far as, but it's still open to it. No, the state of Ohio, they dropped the domestic abuse charge. But the state of Ohio has dropped the domestic abuse charge, but the NFL still has an open investigation, which they have the right to do because they still have to abide by their rules. But let's go down his sheet, is what we call his rap sheet, and the dude ain't even been there a year yet. He got caught in a recreational marijuana shop in Seattle during preseason, which is not illegal for him to be there, but is against the rules to smoke in the NFL. Now, we know cats smoke, but let's not make it obvious and be in the store with people taking pictures, because I mean, you opening the door. It's going to be good when you open it. Second,
it didn't look good.
It didn't look good. Then he was with a friend who brought in a firearm to an establishment that did not allow firearms. So that's another thing on that. So right now he got three things against him that's not really looking good. Plus, when you look at it, the Cowboys can say, all right, now you messing with my money. Because if you don't play, it costs us money. One, because I got to still pay your dumb ass. Second is, if you're not producing, I'm paying you for no reason, which costs me money, which I can spend somewhere else. So, and then on top of that is, say that he is suspended by the league and not by the Cowboys. Now you didn't just cost the Cowboys money, you costing them great talent on the field. So that's a problem. So right now, he is walking the path of the great Michael Irvin, a.k.a. the rest of the Cowboys that have been there. Cowboys always in trouble, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a good look. It's really, really not a good look. If the NFL suspends him, it's going to be the whole circus in Dallas. And not to mention, they didn't even get rid of Tony Romo yet, so they don't need no more problem, you know, as far as money-wise. But he needs to save himself from himself. You got to change some of the people you be around when you start to get to a certain level, or change the things that you do in public. Like I always use Peyton Manning as an example. Peyton Manning got just as much money as the average superstar in the NFL. You don't never catch him in the public or in the eye doing nothing stupid. And not just Peyton Manning, even go back to Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Them guys have parties at their house. You're not about to be in the street where everybody got a camera, especially nowadays, and you can report everything. So it's not a good look. It's not a smart decision. But that comes from the culture of we are the Cowboys, we America's team, and that entitlement where they feel I could do what I want when I want, who I want. I'm in Texas. I touch a girl titty. So what? And he did it, and now look where he at. We talking about it on the radio.
Yeah, that's very true. And you know, back to his the other case, they had pictures. So pictures of the abuse where the girl was supposedly injured and so forth. So yeah, I mean,
she was injured?
You're right when you say he was he was walking a thin line.
You mean the first girl? Yeah. He walking a very thin line, Smoke, man. It's dangerous, boy. Listen, Alfred Morris in there itching for the man to get suspended right now.
Oh no, Cowboys, you better get him all right, Alfred Morris.
You better get him.
Chuck, where you at? What you got to say about that, man?
I'm here. I like to talk about the sports aspect of the players. Big boy, he gave a good rundown of the situation, and
stick to the
pretty
stats.
much he needs to. I just want to see him on the football field. All that other stuff, I don't want him to harm nobody. But like you said, I don't know, seeing like making a big deal out of nothing to me. I don't want to say that, but. Man, he flashed the girl. She said it was all right. Could we get over with it? I didn't see the crime in the situation. So
I feel what you're saying,
I like to talk about football players playing football. I don't know about all that other stuff.
I feel you, but if he keep doing this, he's not going to be able to play football. And what's happening is...
you made a good point about that, and that's the truth. Everything you said was correct.
Let me tell you the biggest problem.
I just hope he be on the football field during the football season and not getting into trouble during the whole season.
But the problem is ball players want to be rappers and rappers want to be ball players. It's certain shit you could do in certain places. You can go to the strip club, put your hand on everything, and ain't nothing going to happen. When you walk out that strip club, you can't do that, even though it's okay if she say it's cool. You can't do that, bro, especially when you in a certain position. Certain people in certain positions, hate to say it, you are pigeonholed. You can't do certain things. When you a superstar, you can't grope nobody in public. You got to get you a private dance, homie. And I mean, it is what it is. And it ain't like women be all over you anyway. Come on, man. These cats be walking around with their shirt off all the time. So it ain't like that. It's hard to get women. That was a little stunting act he did to stunt to show I could do. I'm Zeke Elliott. I can grab a girl titty. She won't say nothing, and they cool with me. That's what that was. And look where it got him. You better keep your hands to yourself. What is the number one rule on Sportholes Radio when it comes to men and women? Keep your damn hands to yourself. If you're not invited, leave that shit alone, man. And you got a domestic violence charge, so it's so already you like to touch. It's not looking good, man. You about to get that whole little like they did Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens is one of the greatest receivers we've seen, but he was labeled a cancer in the locker room, and it followed him everywhere. If you get labeled as a groper and domestic violence abuser, that's what you are. Look at your boy in Dallas. We ain't heard nothing else from him yet. What's the defensive person that he set out 4 games last year? Give me his name, Chuck.
Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy. He ain't been the same since then. He ain't been the same since.
Yeah, he's another wild boy. So, hey, lesson learned. Rule number 1 of Sportholes Radio: keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep them to yourself. Now, yeah, we can move on from Zeke. We don't like the Cowboys anyway, so.
Yeah, well, we got to cover it to be unbiased, but best believe the evil empire is not on our top list of places to visit right away.
Okay. So now, I want to dig into what you said earlier. When you was running down the topics, you said the Redskins was in turmoil. So that's part of our free agency topic, if you want to say that, we can start, delving in from there. So, the Redskins have their issue that they're making of, with Kirk Cousins. Should they trade him? Franchise? From a long-term contract? They haven't made a decision yet, and, it's like the second year of it. I mean, the way I see it, causing that turmoil is gonna, possibly leak down into the season. The Redskins, that's your team.
What's the word you used just now? You said we were in turmoil.
Yeah, I took what you said. I thought that's what you said.
That's a nice way of putting it, man. We got a damn debacle in our hands, right, bruh. Okay? All right, both of us have worked in corporate America at one time before. In corporate America, where's the biggest problem in corporate America when things start going wrong? It's usually not the employees and the everyday workers, because you can straighten that out through its separation, training, whatever. The problem starts at the top, owner and management, and go down. I don't know what the fuck Dan Snyder got going on. First off, second, we don't. Our GM has been there a week now, whoever the guy is now, but our last GM basically quit and didn't even tell us, son. I mean, yeah, his grandmother died. Our condolences to him on that, but that was like over 30, 45 plus days ago when the dude decided not to show up at the combine and pro days when we need people. You know what I'm saying? So if we can't get general management, we did sign our coach to another 2-year deal, which is the first time that's happened since Steve Spurrier, I think, which he robbed us for 5 years for $5 million apiece. But I mean, that's the first time that's happened, which is that's actually a step in the right direction. We got a good coach, but now you got to get a GM that's willing to work with his coach. We got to develop these players because we got a lot of young good players, but we need to bring in another key piece as quarterback. Right now, if we had a good GM, we should be talking to San Francisco and Cleveland because I don't understand. Kirk Cousins should have had a contract before the season started. So if you're going to franchise him, you need to trade him because otherwise we just paid him $42 million for 2 years when we could have paid him $35 million for 4 years. You know, so I mean, we're throwing money left and right. And then the thing about it is we've been throwing money around, and now all of a sudden we stingy. Come on, man. Now I understand the whole. It's like I told y'all guys earlier. It's like dating a chick and you already been in a bad relationship. You're just not gonna commit. But if you keep doing this chick like this, aka Kirk Cousins, she's gonna take her happy ass on somewhere else and be happy. So I don't know what's going on. I do like the moves we made on defense, though. Don't get me wrong. I like the moves on defense. Our biggest problem right now is quarterback. Once we get that straight and get this whole front office straight, we'll be all right. Now that sounds like some small steps, but it's not. So we got to do something. But we're in the toughest division in football. You know, we got the Giants twice a year. We got Dallas twice a year. We even got Philly sorry ass twice a year. You know, then you got to step out play outside.
He made some steps up.
Games.
They
so
made step away outside Jeffrey. So did my Giants. You know what I'm saying? And then
Giants made a huge step.
You know, y'all lost. The Redskins lost. You know, they lost Pierre Garçon, and they also lost Deshaun Jackson. So those are 2 weapons. For me, the thing about the Redskins is like, you know, when you watch them, and you take last season, there were so many weapons on the team, and so you know we've all seen those seasons with, you know, any team where the expectations are high and the team plays below expectations. They fail. They don't make the playoffs. They don't have a good season. You know, that happens. But to me, it was like add a couple pieces here, sign your quarterback, add this, boom. You know, it's right back in the mix. And then it's just like these are like self-inflicted wounds. Like coming down like, all right, hey, let's put Kirk on hold. And, you know, initially when I thought about it, you know, when I said this, that the Redskins were going to, you know, trade down in the draft to get, or trade up in the draft to the first pick and get Deshaun Watson, you know, wherever they trade to try and pick him up. And, you know, at first it was kind of jokingly, you know, it seemed like it was a possibility if the Redskins, especially if they didn't make the playoffs. But then it seems as though it's like they might be playing into that option, or who knows what they're playing into. But for me, Kirk Cousins was not a bad quarterback for them to even.
Son, he got Redskin records, son. He's not a bad quarterback. He got the quarterback records in 2 years, bro.
Yeah, so it's like, to me, I don't understand it, but as a Giants fan, I love it. You know what I mean?
So tell me this. You guys, I got emotions attached to the way I feel. Y'all know how I get down. So from a logical standpoint, from the outside looking in, I'm going to say we're not that bad off. We do need to, especially Kirk, because let's get real, Kirk is still on the team. So with the pieces around him, we look good. But from a logical standpoint, from outside looking in, what do you say that you think the problem is, and what do you say we need to do to fix it?
With Kirk Cousins? Concerning him?
The whole shit. The whole GM, Kirk Cousins, the running backs. Son, we done changed running backs. Alfred, we gave our starting running back away last year and went through 3 cats last year. Nobody's talking about that.
Well, I mean, right now, that what's holding the team up is the Kirk Cousins situation because a player, for example, let's just take Adrian Peterson, a real player. We're going
to talk about that later, too.
He's in the market. You know what I mean? We know the Redskins always spend. Let's say he wants to go there. Would he want to go there to come play his latter part of his career with a quarterback that might not be there? You know what I'm saying? Or come in with a rookie quarterback when he might be able to go to, a situation with a veteran quarterback or some organization closer to winning, like maybe the Raiders organization, or going to Seattle or going to the Giants. Yeah, well, they picked up Eddie Lacy's, but so I mean, when you look at like Kirk Cousins' stats, he had 4,900 yards last year, 25 touchdowns. 67% completion percentage, you know what I mean?
And I think he only had, 11 interceptions? If that?
12. Yeah, 12 interceptions, 97.2 passer rating. So, I mean, if you take the face off of those numbers and you say, hey, this is your quarterback for a year, I think
them top 12 numbers, homie.
They would take those numbers without issue. So, I don't get it, you know what I mean? I love it, you know what I mean, in the rivalry sense of it, but it's like, I don't get it.
I don't get it, man. I really don't understand. I can't justify it. What's your thoughts, Chuck?
Well, first off, NFC East, not the best division.
You whack for that.
I know what it is.
Yeah, I know he's a couple
NFC East, not the best division. But, like Smoke had just said, those numbers, you throw those numbers out there and say your quarterback producing like that for the last 2 seasons, and most teams that don't have what they consider a franchise quarterback will be like, I'll take that guy. Especially a guy in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
You take that guy in a heartbeat. So, yep, I don't understand the Kirk Cousins drama. And like you had said, Fat Boy, the Redskins was spending money a time ago. It was nice for them to throw out a couple of dollars on players.
Making it rain in this bitch.
And now you got a quarterback who has played pretty well.
Pay that man. Pay Captain Kirk, damn it.
Pay the man and get on to something else.
Pay the man.
Captain Kirk.
I don't know. That's why these franchises don't be winning Super Bowls, man, because they don't be doing the right thing. It's like my 49ers. We had the quarterback. I mean, we had a quarterback playing well. We had a good head coach and a good general manager working together. And
y'all front office fucked everything up.
The general manager didn't like how it was working, so he messed it up, and we done going downhill. These teams, man, some of these teams, I don't understand if they really want to win or understand how to win.
So do you believe...
feel like they don't understand how to win.
Do you believe that the Kirk Cousins situation is affecting Jay Cutler and Colin Kaepernick right now? For instance, I know it's affecting Colin Kaepernick. I don't know about Jay Cutler because he's questionable. But Colin Kaepernick, you could either move, release, whatever, but the real teams that he could go to, like, I'm not going to lie, everybody know the Jets need a quarterback. No quarterback wants to go to the Jets. The Jets are in a worse situation than the Cleveland Browns and in a worse situation than any other team under that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just be honest.
Mess up.
Everybody say,
but they need a quarterback.
Go to die? Say that again, Smoke.
The Jets need a quarterback bad.
They do, but the Jets' problem is, look at all the talent they've been. The Jets' last great player was really Curtis damn Martin. Come on, man. That man ain't played football in 10 years.
Jets have had a lot of good players, but it's like...
But they screw them up. They messed their head up. Brandon Marshall had to get the hell out.
When you can't win, it's a problem. And so it's like, with Ryan Fitzpatrick last year, it's like,
they just want to hit
he started off good. He started off looking, decent. Like, okay, maybe he could, command his team to a playoff spot, but nah. And either with the backup is Geno Smith. Geno Smith getting his jaw broke and all type of craziness.
He's frail, man.
So,
he's frail.
Yeah, it's like, he got injured when he came in the back of Fitzpatrick. So it's like, yeah, the Jets been dying for a quarterback because outside of that, they've had the talent. They've had good defenses. You know what I mean? They've had good wide receivers.
Great defensive backs.
So yeah, they had Revis. You know what I mean? So the Jets have had talent. It's just that quarterback position they can't get down, and that's why I don't understand why the Redskins would be playing around with the Kirk Cousins situation. You know what I mean? Unless
I don't get
they have some type of strategy in mind that we just not foreseeing right now.
Especially when you got Zeke and doggone Dak Prescott, and that's your rival. You not even listen. The Redskins, everybody know if you got a rival, your motto is I don't give a damn if I lose every game every year as long as I beat them. And right now, we ain't close to doing that. So I mean, I can talk about this all day, but right now, I mean, matter of fact, I did a poll on our Twitter page. Matter of fact, y'all go check us on Twitter, Sportholes1, SPORTHOLES1. That's on Twitter. Also, you could if you like to get in on the call, call us at 563-999-3565. That's 563-999-3565. But like I was saying, we could talk about this all day. But I put a poll up, and it was keep or trade Kirk Cousins. 75% of the people out there is saying keep Kirk Cousins. That means 75% of those people would take them on his team. That's a passing grade. Come on, man. I just don't get it, bro. You can go everywhere and ask the same question, and you get the same answer. People look at me like, my father is the biggest Redskins fan other than me. That's how that's how I was brought up. When he mad, you got a problem, son. Like, I don't understand. Like, this dude, he was damn near pulling for Atlanta in the damn Super Bowl. I mean, come on, man. Don't do my pops like that. Do it for him, man. Come on.
The Deadskins, man. It seems like they just want to remain dead, man.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What can I say, man? What can I say?
Don't do that. You got a defensive player that got 4 fingers, man. Don't do that.
That's all right.
He wear a club on his right hand, bro.
So, like I've been doing for all the shows, I gotta give you my Russell Westbrook.
Oh, here we go with this one.
My Russell, don't hate on me. My Russell Westbrook MVP update. All right. Hit my little news clip there. So Russell Westbrook becomes the 5th player in NBA history with 70 career triple-double. Did you hear that? The 5th player in NBA history.
I took that note.
So in the last game, he had 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 19 assists. And so now he has his 33rd triple-double of the year. I mean, when are we just going to give him the trophy?
Yo, he shot 6 of 18 from the field too. Throw that in there. He shot 6 of 18 from the field.
Oh, what percentage is that, Chuck? What's that percentage? Give it to him. Give him the percentage.
33%. 33%.
33%. Come on.
33%.
Come on, man.
I ain't saying we about to get no triple double, but we can go get 33%.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 33%. All right. If you shot 18 shots right now in the NBA game, you ain't gonna hit. No, you might hit one.
I'm gonna go 0 for 18. I'm gonna go.
Oh, they blocking all your shots. They blocking all your
18
shots.
18 shots in the NBA. I'm gonna get 4. He ain't
I'm
get
gonna
but
go over 18.
He ain't get but 2 more than that.
Not with John Wall defending you or somebody.
It all depends on who you playing. Because if I'm playing James Harden, I'm getting 12 for 18. Real talk.
Stop it, man. See, they want to marginalize what my man Russ is doing.
No,
I ain't doing that.
No. 33 triple doubles, big time.
Yeah.
33
that's
triple
history. So I got to give you that.
No.
That's history.
70 all time. And the four ahead of him is Wilt Chamberlain. Right? Think he got like 78. Jason Kidd got 100. Magic Johnson got 138. Jason Kidd got like 105, 106 somewhere.
Jason Kidd played for 40 years.
Robinson got 181.
181.
181. Oscar Robertson got 181.
So who Westbrook just passed?
138.
Who Westbrook just passed?
Oh, he didn't pass anybody. He just joined the 70 triple-double club.
That's what I'm saying. But the 70 triple-double club, how long it took them to get to 70?
I mean, who, Westbrook?
No, I know Westbrook was like, what? He only been in the league, 5 years?
No, this is his 9th season in the league.
Ninth. So 9 years, he got to 70. You think any of them other guys did it less than 9?
I'm pretty sure Oscar Robertson did.
That's what I was thinking, too. I think Oscar did it at 7, ain't it? Look that up, Chuck. Find that out, Smoke. I think he did it 7 or 8 seasons. I don't know.
Listen, man. We're not gonna have a discussion about the MVP.
No, we on the Russell Westbrook.
Come on, man. He shoot 100 shots. Smoke. Come on, man. Nobody else on the team.
Hey, you look it up. You wanna disrespect my guy, man. Russell Westbrook, the MVP, man.
This is how I feel about that, Smoke. This is how I feel
about
that.
Cut out just now.
Yeah.
Killing me, Smalls.
Killing me.
I was having a little difficulty. I don't know where my mic cut out at, but yeah, we back. But yeah, give my guys respect, man. Give them his respect.
No doubt. Like I said, call us and tell us what you think. Smoking here riding Westbrook when LeBron shooting over 50%, Russell shooting 30 and 40. But hit us at 563-999-3565. 563.
What did you just call it, Bron soft? What did you just call it?
No, it's not soft. It's really he just has bitch ass tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Like the flopping. You know, like you can't. You know how that go. I mean, he's soft. He ain't soft as the rest of them dudes that's just passing the ball to Russell. Believe that. When LeBron don't play, his team don't win. When Russell don't play, I don't know. I don't even know if them guys know how to run and play without Russell.
Oh, yeah.
I will say this about Russell, though. They're 27 and 6 when he has a triple-double, so his triple-doubles are leading the victories. I will give him that. They're 27 and 6 when he has a triple-double.
So tell me this, fellas. Say basketball was like when we was growing up. Say basketball was when we was growing up, the team you got is the team you got. Ain't been a whole bunch of free agency and taking my talents here and there. Ain't been none of that. So you sitting there and telling me if Russell Westbrook had to stay with this rest of these Charmin ass whatever for a few numbers of years after this, he got to keep averaging a triple double to keep them winning. Not to mention there are nights when he has triple doubles and score 50 and they lose.
Well, if his comrade wouldn't have left him, he would have had somebody.
Comrade, obviously he ain't messing with that dude.
KD, if he wouldn't have left him, he wouldn't be by himself.
All right, Smoke, tell me this right now.
Have someone to help, shoulder that.
We on Sportholes right now. Now, I ain't saying you going to handle it like he handled it, but let's say the Mother Network, you know who we talking about because we're not going to give them no shout-out really like that on here. Call you and say, Smoke, I need you to come do this show for $2.5 a year. $2.5 million a year. Leaving Sportholes, your homies. But you know that 2.5 could help you and the homies. You not going?
See, that's not the same. That's not the same shit, situation. Man. That's the same I'm gonna give you the situation. The situation would be like this. As y'all know, we come on. We air every Monday and Wednesday at 8:30, right? So when Monday come, 8:30 come, you hear the intro by Marv. Y'all on the phone. And
shout out to Marv for the intro.
Shout out to Marv. Good shit. You and my little homies.
And then you turn the TV on, and I'm on TV. I'm on the Mother Network, like, yeah, talking my talk. That's what happened right there.
I ain't hating as long as my shoe game right. I ain't hating. You better have my shoe game right. I'm talking like Me and Ralph Lauren better be best friends, homie. I'm talking about best friends.
Oh, man. Yo,
come on, man. You can't hate on KD. Smoke, go get the money, bring it back home.
KD
okay, so tell me this. Who would you rather be right now? Who would you rather? Would you rather be Russell dropping the MVP, Hall of Fame? You know he going in the Hall behind that. But anyway, the Hall of Fame numbers, MVP candidate, or would you rather be KD in a position to get you one of them shiny things on your hand, man?
I mean, when you look at it just from basketball, of course, you were like, I would want to be in a situation where I could, win the chip.
That's why the hell he left.
That's not really the issue. You know what I mean? The issue was how he did it, at least between them two. You know.
Oh, y'all sound like some bitter girlfriends, man. Stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, it ain't about a bitter girlfriend, but you have seen mad times in the media where KD says Russell is his brother, Russell is his man, they friends off the court, all of this and that. Cool. I personally really don't care, how it went down. I think I would have, if I was Kevin Durant, I would have wanted to stay with Westbrook because the team that they had almost beat the team he went to.
You're right.
If it wasn't for Kevin Durant picking up, in my opinion, they could have beat them. So I ain't gonna say
it was on him because they still needed more help other than KD. It's not enough basketballs to go around the share between KD.
As far as making it his fault, but the point I'm making is like you can step it up. You to say you was one game away, you can get over that hump. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't beat them, join them. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of those.
You can get your ass beat enough times, you might join that game, man. I'm telling you, you can't keep taking that ass cut.
Hey, seems kind of soft to me, man.
Either join the gang or buy a bigger pistol. One of the two. You figure it out.
Seems kind of soft to me. Now,
I mean, I'm not gonna say your point not valid, because I would feel some type of way. Excuse me. And if I was Russell, I would want to go out there and drop 50 every night and get a triple-double and show them boys, you should have never left me. Like, especially when you got James Harden out there competing for the MVP. So you're going to sit there and KD out west trying to take the title, James Harden out west trying to take the MVP, and all them cats used to play together. So, yeah, I mean, I ain't going to front if I was Russell. Don't get me wrong, I like Russell. But you know me, man. I love sports. And when it comes to numbers, certain numbers you can't ignore. And LeBron shooting 53%, man. That means even if you flip a coin 50% of the time, 3% of the time out of that 50, he guaranteed. So, I mean, I don't even mess with the dude like that, and I got to take him. So, I mean, you always bet on the numbers. And right now, I mean, we've been trying to inaugurate LeBron and Golden State in the championship since the season started anyway, but you can't take that from him, man. Like, I ain't gonna front. If James Harden played more defense and went up percentage by 3%, I'll probably take James Harden. Or right now, I was messing with Kawhi, but he got concussion protocols and things going on that ain't helping him out. So I really probably would take Kawhi Leonard if it wasn't LeBron. I probably would. I probably still take Kawhi Leonard over LeBron. I mean, not over LeBron, but over Westbrook, because I think he's more important to his team.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking earlier. Because I remember, like, at least the years that I was watching ball, like in the late '80s, early '90s. You know what I'm saying? And you don't remember seeing somebody with 32, 33 triple doubles in a season. You know, when Jason Kidd was doing it, I remember that shit. 18, 19, maybe 15, in the season, and that was like, elite standards. You know what I mean? So, a lot of times
he wasn't blowing numbers out the water. Russell is putting up PlayStation numbers right now.
Jason Kidd, he was getting some cheap triple doubles. He was getting like 10 points, 11 rebounds. He wasn't having huge scoring nights with like Russell giving you 30 in the triple double. You got it.
50 on the losing effort. 50 on the losing effort.
Oh boy! All right.
That happened 3 times. Come on, man.
He got a winning record with triple doubles. And at least
27 and 6.
27 and 6. You heard it from Statman. 27.
I mean, with triple doubles, bro. But I feel it's 100 games.
So
that's still a big number, though.
You know what I mean? I like to look for stuff to like bolster my argument. Blah, 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 blah.
That's like 82%.
So I ran over.
That's a great percentage.
I ran across this article, and it was from 2013 and from Complex Magazine. You know, I know you guys have seen Complex Magazine, and it says
I'll be in the know.
The 50 most unbreakable records in sports history.
Oh, let me hear this.
4 years ago. And if you scroll,
this is 4 years ago.
You know what number 33 is?
What's number 33?
Averaging a triple double for a season. So this was considered just 4 years ago. By a pop culture magazine. That
unconceivable.
This wouldn't happen. This is an unbreakable record in sports. And inside the article, I'm not gonna read it, but inside the article, the writer says, if someone's gonna break the record, it would be LeBron James. He'd be the only person that would come close to breaking it. And they give a breakdown on,
that was back there in that Miami thing, though.
Analytics and so forth and so on. But Russell Westbrook wasn't mentioned. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like we acting like this is normal now. It's just because he's normalized. He normalized coming on the court, dropping a triple double, getting 15 rebounds or more as a guard, getting a bunch of assists, 30, 40 points. I mean, he's normalizing it, and so now you see everyone when they comment towards it, it's like but he did it like it's normal. But this was just considered one of those things like nobody's gonna do that in the season, and he got a chance to do it right now.
You're right, and I'll give you. If we was on Around the Horn, you probably get 2 points right now for that. For the fact of the matter that.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. You got that. I guess you're right, because if it was LeBron James getting this triple-double average.
LeBron wouldn't be shooting 42% from the field, though.
I mean, he wouldn't. You're right, Chuck. But let's look at it like this.
But you make a valid point, though.
I don't think it would be as, I'm not going to say as flashy, but I don't think it would be as big of a deal if it was LeBron versus Westbrook. Because you're right, LeBron got Uncle Drew, he got Kevin Love, he got JR and all them, but you know what I'm saying? But Russell Westbrook ain't got nobody on his team, bro. He got Ron Jeremy's son, Adams, the porn star, and that's about it. I mean, he got a whole bunch of role players.
Man, when LeBron first came into the league, man, I thought LeBron was going to average a triple-double. When LeBron came into I thought one season he was going to average a triple-double.
Nah, he's too
late to.
Yeah, he'll do it. Yeah,
what Russell Westbrook has done to LeBron is made LeBron say, man, let me go out and start getting them now. He has 10 on the season, which is a career high for LeBron, and 5 in like his last 8 games.
7 or 8 games.
I think him watching Russell Westbrook go out there and getting triple doubles every night, making him say, man, I should have tried to do that one season. I might could have achieved it.
Why that didn't happen? Because what's my other biggest problem with LeBron other than the flopping shit? Not being
got the heart.
Yeah, if LeBron has his talent with Kobe's killer instinct, he'll be the best basketball player to ever live in life. Because Kobe had that, I don't give a damn what you say, I will score. Kobe dropped 60 on the last night out.
Going out.
He left with 60, man.
And that's what you're going to remember, too, about Kobe 5. He scored 60 in his last game.
60 on my last game, bro. Like,
I'm never doing it.
I'm not doing it.
How many shots?
I didn't know 50 shots. He only shot 47%. He only shot 44%. He took 50 shots and hit 22. He shot
that's
44%.
what Russell's shooting now. Y'all talking about MVP?
All right. Well, we get down to the last 15 minutes or so. You know what I mean? So, I think I've done the convincing already about Russell Westbrook, but we're gonna see
a little teeny bit. I tell you what.
I feel you got some. You made valid points in your argument, but the jury is still deliberating, so I'm not.
It's still deliberating. If he has a triple double at the end of the season, if he finishes the season with a triple double, I might be inclined to vote for him. If he finishes with a triple double.
Okay, check this out. Russell Westbrook, you listening? You owe Smoke some money in negotiating terms or whatever. I don't even know if it was terms he negotiated, but he was your number one from day one. So you owe Smoke some change. Buy him some shoes. He likes polos and Nike, so do that.
I will say I wish the field goal percentage was up a little bit, but I like the way Russell plays. He plays as hard as anybody, and he don't take no games off. It's guys in the league who are not playing nearly as hard as he is taking nights off. Guys who are not playing nearly as hard as he is. Taking nights and games off.
Days off and ain't even telling their coach where they going. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
So I got to give him a lot of bonus points for that.
All right, well, I want to try to play this clip. We had the title.
Oh, please do. Please. I couldn't get an upload, so I hope you were able to get that fixed.
Is a Ball Dynasty to come. So, pretty much this last few weeks, we've been hearing a lot of talk from LeVar Ball, who's the father for Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo Ball, who are all in the basketball circuit. Lonzo, plays for UCLA, and he's currently
a baller.
About to play in the tournament. I picked UCLA to win in my bracket, so I'm definitely wishing success for him there in that regard. And his two younger brothers, they play in California high school ball.
One of the dudes don't play defense.
I kind of want to play this clip. Well, I'm gonna try to play this clip. Hopefully,
please.
And basically, it's it's a clip from ESPN earlier where they interviewed him, and he was actually responding to Charles Barkley. But the portion that we want to play is just kind of giving a glimpse of him as a person. The attitude that he presents. When he's representing himself and his kids. So let me see if I can play it real quick.
And give him the show. This is Shannon Sharp, correct?
No, this was with
Marcellus Wiley?
No.
I got a clip.
With the girl, with the chick. Can't think of
Sports Nation?
Yeah, Sports Nation.
So with Sports Nation. Okay, so with Beal.
No, not with Beal. The black.
Kari Champion?
Kari Champion.
Oh, all right.
Kari Champion. Okay, yeah. Shout out Kari.
You threw me off. I gave him credit already.
Oh, my bad.
You cool, man. You know how we do. We about to play it though, and let's see if we can get it.
And you had something special with those three.
When they first came out to me, me picking my wife, I said, we're going to have three boys, and that's what we did. And folks said, dang, how is he so positive about that? As you can tell, we're doing very well.
As I can tell, you are doing very well, but there's something about that. You still have to instill that work ethic. It just doesn't happen overnight. How did you do that?
That work ethic comes from my wife and me. If my boys see that, all we work, it kind of instills it. If we both bums and kicking back, guess what? You're going to have some lazy kids.
So you got three boys, Lonzo specifically, the star at UCLA, and he has talked about how he's one and done. You've talked about how he's been one and done. Are you concerned about the pushback you're getting because you've been bragging on yourself?
I don't worry about no pushback. As long as my boys know what I'm about and I know what they're about, people on the outside, we don't care.
Do you think you're taking the spotlight away from them, though?
I'm not going to take the spotlight away from you. You playing on the court and I'm sitting there.
Because of what you say.
I can say anything, but people are watching. So to build conversation, they got to come talk to me. But if they want to see somebody play, you got to watch my side.
Of your son, has your son ever said to you, Dad?
No.
Chill.
No.
Never.
Before you even get it out.
No.
No, I don't have them type of kids.
What would they say?
They ain't going to say nothing. They just going to do what I'm telling them. If they can get out on their own, then they can do what they want.
And then they can do
Yeah, you do whatever you want when you get away from me.
When you meet Lonzo, he's the opposite of you. In terms of his demeanor, quiet, doesn't get into it, he just proves it on the court.
Yes, you got to catch him in the right situation. Now, if you catch him playing PlayStation or something, or playing some cards or dominoes, you'll see me all there. But when you raise yourself central, that's where all the alpha dogs are in the hood. You're ready to chill in, you can just chill. That's why you got Lonzo chilling. He handles business on the court in his student style. But in the ghetto, we outgoing. Get out of here. You ain't no good.
Okay, so do you think that you're misunderstood? Because do you think that people don't get you?
I don't care about nobody getting me because they ain't going to stop me from sleeping, eating no donuts, playing dominoes, or doing nothing. All they can do is talk and say, I told you so, or he like this, or he like that. That's fine with me.
Yo, first off, Lonzo Ball get Hood Father of the Year. Straight up. I don't care what nobody say. If you don't support your kids like LeVar Ball support his kids, you ain't shit. Because I tell you right now,
get that man around the floor.
Yeah, real talk. That man straight up believe all that shit he talking to. But listen, that's how you supposed to be as a father, first off. And I ain't gonna take too long. I'm gonna let y'all get to this. But listen, I support the BBB movement. I love it because you setting your kids, you leaving something for them behind. So with that, I support that. I support how if he in the media, they not talking to his son. So I like that. So all his son got to do is go play basketball. I'm gonna talk shit for you and me, and the other ones behind you. So I like that. But we do got to do this. We do got to hit him with the... Dun, 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 dun. Bruh, you got to calm down. I feel what you're saying, and I want you to keep everything. But let me give you a couple quotes from LeVar Ball this week. He said, I would have killed Michael Jordan one-on-one back in the day. He also told USA Today, I would just back Jordan in, lift him off the ground, and call foul every time he fouls. He cannot stop me one-on-one. He better make every shot because he can't go around me. He said, 5-on-5, he might have a chance. Now, okay, LeVar, simmer down. I know you in the media. I know you hype. I know your son is the shit. I know they about to make a run in the tournament. But there's certain things you just need to do what we call shut the you-know-what up. Okay? Shut the hell up because LeVar, check this out. Bruh, you averaged 2 points in 1987 and 1988 at Washington State. At that same time frame, on the same year, Michael Jordan was averaged 35 points and was Defensive Player of the Year. You better not ever come out your damn mouth and tell me you was about to do something to Michael Jordan but buy his shoes. That's all I want to hear you say. Now, other than that, if you was to tell me you and Dirk Nowitzki, I might believe you. I don't know. I can't say. But, no, Michael Jordan, you stop that shit right now. We let you slide with the Steph Curry stuff. What I took from that was more so like he knows that he could generate interest whenever he wants. You know what I'm saying? With him just talking and like you said, it's building the brand. I mean, that Triple B, we didn't know about that. Well, I can't speak for everybody, but I didn't know about that until recently, until you start hearing more about him and his story. You know what I'm saying? And digging into it. You know, you got some people who may have maybe local people, but
that's basically what it is. It's like I think he understands that he can generate that interest whenever he wants to, and so I think that's all playing into like him wanting the $1 billion from as an endorsement for all three of his sons, and so I just think like really it's just how they say all press is good press or whatever, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that, you know what I mean? It's like, he's keeping his name in the mix, which is keeping his son's name in the mix, not only, Lonzo, who's about to play and he's about to be on the tournament stage, which is the national stage, but also the other brothers.
Big stage.
The other brothers, you know what I'm saying? One of them just lost in the playoffs for his team or whatever, his high school team. But I mean, I just think that like, he understands that he could do that. That's the power that he will right now. I mean, I would hope he don't think he could beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1, but maybe he could.
I really believe he believe that shit, bro.
He
talk a lot of. He believe it. I mean, you gotta have that much confidence in yourself. Like, if my kid was Lonzo, I'd probably tell him he could beat Steph Curry too. You gotta have your kid. You listen. You gotta pick your kids up and let them know I am your number one supporter. No one's gonna support you more than me, and nobody's gonna push you harder than me. That's why I love him as a father. I just wish they would stop putting the camera in front of him sometimes, because right now it's not like LeVar Ball going to look for people to talk to. Y'all are caught. But son, today he talked to Kari Champion, he talked to Shannon and Skip. He talked to Marcel. He played 1-on-1 with Marcellus Wiley.
Yeah, so I didn't see it, bro. So
yeah, so I mean, it's not like we telling him to get in front of the camera. Y'all putting the camera. If you want him to shut up, stop putting the camera in front of him. But until then, he gonna talk his talk. He believes all of the shit he talking, and listen, you can't blame the man. If my kid dropped 90-something points in a basketball game, boy, I'm liable to be stupid. Listen, y'all my social media might get shut down. Like, I'm gonna tell you real talk. If my son was Zion Williamson, you would not allow me on social media. That's who they need to be talking about. They talk about these ball kids. There's a kid in South Carolina. His name is Zion Williamson.
Prep.
The day school. And I'm telling you right now, this kid is a freak of nature. And y'all heard it on Sportholes first. And you probably done seen it before. This kid caught an alley-oop last night that was not intended for him with his left hand. And he was above the rim. And I mean that in all literally. Boy.
Well, see, that's the point that I'm making. I mean, not saying that, his kids ain't as good as Zion. You know what I mean? But that's a big story coming out of that area of South Carolina. Yeah. And it's like,
where his daddy at?
That could be the question at hand. I don't know his background, but yeah, I mean, that was the point I was trying to make with controlling the story. It's like knowing you get in that press. Like now people want to talk about them. Now you want to talk to me, talk about my brand, talk about these shirts. I'm tired of talking about.
That's all he talk about is my boys and their brand.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
So yeah, we get
big ups to a good father being in the life of his kids and not just the kids out there with the
y'all talking
just
shit
the
about
moms
the
all
man
the time.
in his kid's life.
Big up to the father, and not the AAU coach or another coach that believes in him.
Yeah,
or a
that's
relative
his daddy.
that took him in, the dad riding with the kids the whole
Pops
way.
is at every game. Pops told it straight up. He said, "Man, look,
we appreciate
I came from South Central. He said, I came from South Central. My kids come from the hills. So I mean, it is what it is."
We're getting down to the last minute. If you want to, for any of the run over,
you couldn't beat Michael Jordan.
For any of the run over, it's going to be posted on the YouTube channel, on the Sportholes Radio channel on YouTube. So you can always get that for any time that we run over. Thanks to callers for listening. And, keep supporting our Sportholes. And, we're going to keep bringing you these radio shows and, develop it more for y'all.
And if you like it and you want us to develop it and do more, we do have donations on the YouTube. We also have donations on the Blog Talk. So please help us out, y'all. More listeners, the better. The more money, the better. We keep bringing it. We can help you out. Help us help you.
Word. But yeah, man.
Call Anthony Towns. You
should have said him the other day.
You said something about him. I was calling Anthony Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns. I do like Carl Anthony Towns because he do beef jerky commercials too, but not just because of that. Real talk. But he be balling though, man. Real talk. I like Towns. The other day, I think if I'm not mistaken,
he's still recording too.
Yo, I figured that. Carl Anthony Towns. Didn't he break Charles Barkley record for consecutive? 14 or something rebounds and points?
I know he was breaking a lot of Minnesota records.
Yeah, I think he broke a Charles Barkley record. I'm gonna get that number for y'all by the next show. But yeah, he playing good basketball. He need help. Everybody else talking about help. Get that man some help. He need a damn point guard.
Carl Anthony Towns is on the. I don't know how we started talking about Carl Anthony Towns, but he on the wrong team, man. Send him somewhere. Minnesota, man. Come on.
Hey, tell me this.
Stop trying to send somebody someplace.
Stop
trying to send people someplace.
We don't want to see them.
Now you just complain about Kevin Durant leaving Russell Westbrook. Carl Anthony Towns, he there with Andrew Wiggins and Zach LaVine and Ricky Rubio. They got some nice young people. You got to get the guys.
How many times you seen Carl Anthony Towns play this year? You can see him play. How many times you seen him play this year?
I've seen 3 first games play a couple times this year.
Somewhere with Philly or somewhere where we can see him play more. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
No, Philly got a B. They about to listen. I like a B, man.
When you win, you get on TV some more. He's 21.
Let's see. I don't understand why they
get up. Let him work his way up to winning.
They don't want him to run on the court.
It was the Towns' second year. He got time.
He got time.
Yeah.
24,
and then you got to run. He
12.
One and done. He was a one and done, so he got time.
Yeah, 24 and 12, 24 points, 12 rebounds.
But
82% from the field.
In a Lakers uniform, real talk.
Oh, definitely. Now I don't want him to go no place, but if he ended up with the Lakers, I'd be supremely happy.
Oh, boy.
Y'all dudes be switching. Oh, cool. Yeah, he heard that. He just got to try to get on me, and then he said, well, if the destination is the Lakers.
Yo, I'm going to be
the Lakers.
Y'all love the Lakers, man. Y'all some Lakers. Yeah, hey, man.
You hate
I wish my team was good.
The Knicks ain't did shit.
I wish my team was good. Hey, don't make me cut you off, man.
Man, listen. Patrick Ewing missed a layup.
Hey, Patrick Ewing never had help. Do not talk about Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing had John Starks.
Nah, Pat ain't have no help. Pat ain't have no help. You right about that.
He did not have no help, but...
That's why the Knicks say they go back to Walt Frazier and Willis Reed.
Hey, tell me this. Hey, Chuck. You believe this? I believe Phil Jackson went to New York to fuck it up. He had no intentions of helping them motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. It seems like he was doing everything to mess the franchise up.
And then he just chilling on the sideline.
And I'm getting paid. And he's like, yo, they paying me to do it too.
When he got shorted that first time, when he got shorted the first time, when he wanted to go coach the Knicks and they didn't make the offer to him and shit, I think it was that he got pissed off about that shit. It's something to do with James.
But they asked the dude 10 times before he said yeah.
It was something that's going on between him and management, because I was thinking the same shit that how can you come to the organization and then try to alienate the best player that you just signed to? Like, come on, man.
Hey, but 2 dudes in the league got a no trade clause. That tell you something. And you gonna go in here and treat this dude like he ain't shit? Come on, man.
Yo, and then he don't want to get on the sideline. He don't want to get on the sideline.
This one I thought shit got weird.
Cause yo,
you don't want to get on the sideline. You bring in Derek Fisher. It's not like you brought in Kobe, the dude who mastered the triangle.
Didn't, or am I mistaken? Didn't he trying to was we trying to get him to coach and he refused us mad times, or didn't we refuse him one time? Like we
no, y'all refused him. No, the first time you made the offer and coaching was not included. He was y'all because the deal was he was chilling. He was basketball operations and he got to pick the coach. But then y'all went and picked the coach. But he was there. He ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? And then he was not playing with it. And then he finally decided and he got to bring all his little toys. But this the thing I don't like with that. The whole Derek Fisher thing, you brought all these Lakers and this, that, and the third. First off, no one looked at my man Scott doing commentating. He made Golden State what they are now. So no one hollered at him. Then I say Scott. Scott Jackson. Excuse me, I'm seeing Byron Scott. But I said Jackson, excuse me, Mark Jackson. And then no one, why he didn't push the Luke Walton thing in New York? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's supposed to be your homie, your peoples. You sent him right out to L.A. New York wasn't even on. He was probably like, yo, don't come up here. That's what I see. I ain't mad. I'm a Lakers fan.
You need to put some oil on your hips and roll your ass out of New York.
Nah, listen, the weed in New York. He don't like the weed in New York, man. You know he smoked that funny stuff, and the weed in L.A. was better. He got out to New York.
We don't went all the way down the path of, I don't know where we was going with it, but yeah, man, we got another episode in the books, man. We're gonna be back next Monday. We might try to fit in some weekend work. I don't know, man. We might be able to get a show to y'all on the weekend.
You check the Twitter, you'll know if we coming on the weekends or not. But right now, Monday and Wednesday. But we will be doing some weekend shows. Might be Sunday, might be a Friday, might be a Saturday. But if you check the Twitter, Sportholes 1, you know what we got going on.
Word. You heard
no doubt.
Right, peace.
Again, shout out to Marvin Gemstar for the intro. Go check them boys. They're really hot.
Marvin Gemstar, check them boys out. That's what's up.
All right, we out. Holla.
Holla.